Barker taken down. Here go the Panthers. It's a 3-on-1. Christos Rodis to Martin. Back to Rodis to Martin. To Rodis on a wide open cage. Christos Rodis gives the Panthers the lead. Oh man, that was a thing of beauty right there for the Pickering Panthers. Christos Rodis has his third of the season. Okay, welcome to another episode of Behind the Paw. Today's guest, forward for the Pickering Panthers, and Christos Rodis. Christos, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
So you're back with the Panthers once again. We didn't see you for a year, and then you joined back here mid-season. How does it feel to be with the Panthers so far and to be back into hockey?
Yeah, obviously, it's always a pleasure, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of this organization. Obviously, there's plenty of history, and I've been fortunate enough to have two really good teams here in Pickering the 2 years that I've been here since getting traded here. It's been fantastic, and I'm just looking forward to going on another playoff run.
We talk about history. You guys made a little bit of that. I think it was 2 weeks ago. You broke the all-time single season points record for the Pickering Panthers. I know that being a guy who was on the team last year, maybe that has a little bit of extra special meaning to you, but I know that everyone in the locker room was really set on trying to be statistically the best team in Pickering franchise history. Just tell me, how much does that mean to you guys to get that done?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I know in the room we set a goal, and we were counting down the last five, 6 games, whatever it was. And, we wanted to accomplish that. I know we wanted to get it done in Collingwood. Unfortunately, it didn't end up that way, but it was nice to get it done on OA night. And, we had a lot of our families in the stands, and, it's pretty cool and pretty special to, have this team in the history books and, do something like that for sure.
So do you guys still have the whiteboard up in the locker room with the numbers? Is that still counting up, or did you erase it now?
Yeah, actually, I think we do have it up. I think we're at 77 points right now. So, I mean, the games leading up to what the record was aren't there anymore, but I know we're still gunning for another record and, winning the league here.
So you were on a team last year with the Pickering Panthers, also joined midseason, and you guys looked like a team that had the same kind of aspirations, maybe not as high as the aspirations of the team that you have this year, but your playoff run got cut short. You had a series against the Georgetown Raiders, swept them in 4 games, and then obviously COVID-19 started. That I know for a lot of the guys was really heartbreaking because you guys had a lot of belief in that team.
Tries the backdoor pass in the high slot. They score. Christos Rodis, and the Panthers make it 2-1. Rodis will play it in the middle for Styles. Comes to Rodis in front, scores. Christos Rodis gets a gift given to him in front of the net.
Moving on to the team this year, do you see any similarities between that team and the one that's this year? Does this one seem better to you?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, both groups are extremely special. And the group we had 2 years ago, I was obviously fortunate enough to come in at the deadline, and I was embraced. And there was a lot of special players on that team, just like there is on this year's team. We have a lot of talent, a lot of special players, and obviously, both teams have their similarities, both teams have their differences, but I know both teams are destined to do plenty of damage in this league and onwards. So
what are the types of things that you see? I mean, you noticed what made your team successful in the 2019-20 season with Pickering Panthers. What are some of the things that made that team really good? Is it the amount of overagers? Is the experience, the talent? I know you have a ton of overagers on the team this year.
Yeah, having a lot of experience and maturity in the locker room definitely plays a role. It's really good to have older guys in the room, I think personally, because, it gives the younger guys, an example of how things are to be done. And us older guys need to be accountable, especially down the stretch here, heading into, the final couple of regular season games and into the playoffs, because for some of the younger guys, it's their first time, getting thrown into the ring in a big playoff game. And, I've been fortunate enough to play multiple playoff games, and it's a whole different ball game, whole different atmosphere. And I think, moving forward, we just need to buy in and make sure we're confident every night. We can play to our abilities, use our talent, and use our skill. But I think most of all, we need to just come together as a group and, be the team that we can be consistently over and over. And I don't think we should have a problem in these playoffs.
So we recently just found out that we're going to have 3-game series in the first 2 rounds of these playoffs. I don't see that as something that helps the teams that are favorites. You guys will certainly be a favorite in the series, whether it be against Markham or whether it be against Stouffville. What's your opinion? What's the kind of the talk in the locker room about having shorter season or series to start things off? Is that something that worries you guys, or is it just business as usual? You got to win games.
Yeah, of course, it's business as usual. We gotta go out there and, we gotta make sure that we're competing right from the get-go. Whether it's 1 game, whether it's 3 games, whether it's 5 games, whether it's 7 games, I think we just need to make sure that we're well prepared, take the necessary steps in order to succeed as a group. And we just need to make sure that we're right off the hop. We're being the best team that we can be, and we're being productive. And I don't think we should have a problem whether or how long the series are.
Okay, Christos, I kind of want to dig into your hockey career a little bit on a personal note for you. So you grew up in Markham, Ontario. I know there's a lot of good hockey players to come out of that place. Tell me about playing in Markham, Ontario growing up.
Yeah, obviously growing up in Markham, playing hockey as a little Timbit, it was definitely lots of fun. I mean, my parents put me out there and I could barely skate, and I just had a passion for the game, and it's gotten me to where I am today. And I was just so fortunate to play this game for so long and at such a high level throughout my life. And it's been nothing but fun, and I'm just looking to end it off on the right way here.
Is there something specific that got you into hockey? What made you become a Timbit when you were a kid?
Well, I'm not too sure. I just loved shooting the ball around in the basement. I always wanted to just shoot the ball, and I always carried a stick around with me, like one of the mini sticks around. And yeah, that's basically it. I found it fun, I guess.
Played a little bit in the GTHL and then eventually moved on in 2018-19. You played with the Markham Royals, who is a candidate that you could be playing in the first round. But that Markham Royals team that you played on was a real contender. Tell me about your first year in the OJHL and playing on that Markham Royals team that made it the conference finals.
Yeah, obviously taking that jump from minor hockey to junior is definitely a big step. That team was a very good team. We had lots of talented players on that team, and we were fortunate enough to go as far as we did. We had a crazy playoff ride. In round 2, we played the Newmarket Hurricanes, and we went down 3-0, came back and won the series 4-3, and then went on to play Oakville. But yeah, coming in as a rookie, especially, you really learn the ropes. And I was fortunate enough to have great veterans on that team with Braden Aubin, Alessio Luciani, and Devin Maya, and they taught me a lot, held me accountable, especially as a young kid. And I've just embraced that, and obviously that's kind of the stuff that I want to pass down to the younger guys now, and just be a good role model for them, and teach them the right way to do things.
So the next year you played with Caledon Admirals, and then you end up coming over to the Pickering Panthers. I'm kind of curious about this element of the OJHL because I haven't heard a ton about it. You got traded mid-season. Can you tell me I guess you probably weren't billeting because you were living in Markham, Ontario, but tell me what it's like to get traded in the OJHL. What was that like?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you don't really expect it, but the move from Caledon or Brampton at the time, I kind of expected it. I knew that there was teams in the hunt. I knew that coming back to the North Division was a possibility, and I knew Pickering had plenty of interest, and I'm just so glad that they made an effort to go out and get me and bring me into what was such a special group that I could be a part of.
So is that kind of like a process where you kind of know that you're going to get moved to another team mid-season? Obviously, you're not moving really that far, but I know that there is some players that, will move all the way across Ontario to get traded. Is that something you kind of knew, or do you get a phone call and say, hey, Rodie, we traded you?
Yeah, well, honestly, I I got sent home for the week. So I played Sunday, and I really hadn't heard anything. And then on Wednesday, I got a text from Curtis Schuckster, who I played minor midget with at the time. And he's like, "Hey, it's so glad to have you back." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I haven't heard anything." And he goes, "Yeah, apparently we're trading for you." And then Friday morning, I get a call from Brampton, tell me I got traded to Pickering, and then Rob gave me a call, and I was in the lineup that night.
Well, so Curtis Schuckster basically broke the news to you then.
Yeah, he broke the news.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about now playing hockey now as well. You didn't play hockey last year, as far as I know. You have to come back into playing in the OJHL after not playing hockey. It doesn't really look like you've missed a beat, to be honest. What's that like? Has that been something that's difficult? Was it hard to get back in shape?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, through COVID, we didn't really get to practice. I was skating with Pickering throughout COVID up until November, and I think we took a break after that. But definitely to come back now, back in December, just to get out there and get the feet moving. I guess you can say it's like a second nature. It takes a little bit of a while to adjust and get back into game rhythm and stuff, get the lungs going, the legs going, and it did take me a little while. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just glad to be in the position I am right now. 4 games left. I'm feeling great. I feel good on the ice, and I'm just hoping to be myself out there and contribute in all the ways that I can. Going down the stretch here.
What made you want to get back into hockey and play with the Pickering Panthers? I know I got a text from Scotty saying that you were back, and I wasn't expecting that, to be quite honest. I saw that, I was like, no way. What made you want to come back to the Panthers, or what triggered that?
Well, yeah, this is a special group. I mean, there's a lot of great guys on this team. We have great 20-year-olds. We have hardworking younger guys, and obviously we have a fantastic goalie in Roy. The coaching staff is phenomenal, and they've been incredible role models to me. I've developed a great relationship with Scotty, and I was just excited, and I wanted to come back, and here we are.
Okay, before we're done here, I got to ask you this one, because I'm starting to see a little bit of a trend in the celebration that guys are getting after not scoring a goal for a while, where you're doing the monkey off the back celebration. I saw Lucas Rowe do it. I saw you did it the other day. What's the deal with that? Is that kind of the way you guys are celebrating, getting back into a rhythm, or break that one down for me?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially like when you go a couple games without getting a goal, I mean, you put one in the back of the net, and you're just so filled with joy and excitement that you just want to get that monkey off the back and get it as far away from you as possible, just so you can keep yourself going. I know I went on a little bit of a drought, and I got that one against Markham, I believe it was, and I threw that monkey as far as I could, because I hope it doesn't come near me again the rest of the season. So
I was just gonna ask that as well. I was gonna say, maybe you got to throw it further so it doesn't attach to anyone else.
Yeah, well, I thought I threw it far enough, so hopefully it doesn't hop onto anyone's back anymore.
Okay, thanks, Christos, for joining us. I know this is going to be a super exciting playoff run. You guys have super high aspirations, and I know you'll be a big part of that, just like you were in the last series as well. So I appreciate you hopping on.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me.